And that can also trigger telogen effluvium as well, where you kind of have systemic hair loss. So usually with DHT hair loss, you're going to see it here in the front of the scalp and then on the vertex of the crown, where telogen effluvium is kind of a systemic hair loss across the entire system. You may see that post-viral, after a viral illness, after a major stressful event, or you may also see it um, after surgery, right? And you see that more in women typically. You can still see it in guys, and usually that lasts about 3 to 6 months, and you can kind of get things jump started if you get your health and your stress under control. But usually about 3 to 6 months, and you see that in women more than men. Guys have that DHT thing going on, so that's important to keep an eye on. And so we have the protein and the diet mechanism, which also feeds in with the telogen effluvium. Now, I already mentioned different supplements. Finasteride is a oral medication that you can take as well. Again, I don't love the idea of blocking DHT systemically because it's a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. So that has major impacts on DHT systemically. And DHT plays a lot of roles with GABA and dopamine. So you can have some side effects, some fatigue or cognitive issues, or you could have libido issues because when you block DHT, you can increase testosterone. And when you increase testosterone, some of that can go downstream to estrogen. So you can get gynecomastia, you can get lower libido and brain fog because you're almost over increasing the androgens, or so you're over increasing the androgens, causing more estrogen and female hormones. Keep that in mind. That's the big side effect on that front. Now, you can mitigate some of that by using a liposomal topical finasteride at lower doses. The research on that shows, 0.2 milligrams per serving, 0.25 milligrams per serving is the optimal dose to decrease DHT at the scalp level while not increasing any while not blocking DHT in the blood, in the serum. So you have DHT in the scalp, DHT in the blood. All we can really typically test, with your typical blood test is going to be DHT in the serum, but you may have DHT in the scalp. So doing DHT blocking finasteride at the scalp level, you can saturate that enough to block 80 to 90% of the DHT in the scalp, but not have an influence on the serum, on the blood. And that's where most of the side effects happen, is they happen in the blood. So if you can block it in the scalp and not have it spill over to the serum, win-win, you're on the right track, if that is something you have to go to. Next, I would recommend microneedling, very powerful as well. And then also red light is powerful too. Laser red light does a wonderful job at stimulating blood flow, decreasing inflammation, activating mitochondria. So it has a lot of good benefits. And when you're looking at the hair loss side of the fence, you want to hit things from multiple sides. You don't want to just go in on one side of the fence and say, I'm only going to do this one thing. You probably want multiple things. So look at the diet, look at stress, look at protein and collagen, look at potentially adding in biotin, look at utilizing microneedling, look at ashwagandha, cortisol, look at all these different pathways that are going to have a big benefit.